Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ramblings of a Madman podcast. I'm your host, Insane Freak. First off, I just want to say if anybody is watching on Twitch and you don't already follow, please hit that follow button. If you're feeling generous, the donation tab is below. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe the video. Before we get into this episode, I want to give a couple of shout outs. First, I want to shout out Ben Rosette. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for being here. That's the drummer for Strawberry Girls and big name in the scene. Secondly, I want to shout out Carita Pearson, Mama P. She gave this stream the seal of her approval, so I appreciate you. And I want to shout out Simon Vendetta. He helped me promote this, and Strawberry Girls has a song named after him, so he's obviously an influential member. Today we have a very special guest. He's been in such bands as Dance Gavin Dance, Strawberry Girls. He's also helped on projects such as Everything is Beautiful by Kurt Travis, and recently he's been on a Kinder Creatures song. Guitar God, musical genius, record producer, food aficionado, Zachary Garren. How are you doing today, Zach?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty great. Do you want to tell us who you are, what you do? I know I just covered it, but if I left anything out, is there anything you want to add to that?
I think that's pretty much it, yeah.
All right, cool. So one thing I like to do with guests here, I actually started this last episode, it's kind of an icebreaker question. There's a meme going around Facebook, and I like to ask and get your opinion on this. Would you rather fight one chicken every time you had to get into your car, or would you rather fight an orangutan with a sword once a year? Tough question, right?
I think the chicken seems like a much bet.
That's what everybody's saying. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the meme, but I thought it was a hilarious question. I figured it was a great way to break the ice. But yeah, so Zachary Garren, you were in Dance Gavin Dance originally. Were you in any band before that? I did some research, but I wasn't really able to find anything.
Just like a little local melodic hardcore band when I was in high school, 2005,
All right, cool. So
2000.
You joined 2007, and you were there till
Yes.
2010. So you recorded on Self-Titled and Happiness, correct?
Yes, yeah, both Kurt albums.
Two of my absolute favorite Dance Gavin Dance albums. Actually, Happiness
Thank
is
you.
my favorite. I really appreciate the way you're able to convey a message. Even in Strawberry Girls, you can convey a message with a song without having to use the lyrics. I think that's such a really great concept and thing you can do. How was your time being in Dance Gavin Dance and like seeing how like influential they are now? How was it back then being in the band?
We were definitely doing a lot of grinding. We were doing like back-to-back tours, like 3 months on the road. Really just like constantly doing band stuff. If we weren't on the road, we were writing, recording, all that kind of stuff. Didn't have a lot of downtime, so that was just kind of like our whole lives. But it was fun. It's crazy to see how big they are now. I just saw them in Texas. There's probably like, I don't know, anywhere between like 2,000 to 4,000 people. Crazy. Like,
I remember
yeah.
the first time I saw Dance Gavin Dance was 2007. It was June, so it was probably before you joined. It was for Downtown Battle Mountain. It was with this band called At the Throne of Judgment. I don't really know anything about them prior to that show, but them, Dance Gavin Dance, Devil Wears Prada, and Drop Dead Gorgeous. And it was to like 20 people in a really small venue. So it's crazy to see like how much they've grown since then.
Where was it at?
It was called The Loft in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Cool.
Another thing I wanted to...
Let me see it. I want to see if it has something.
Yeah, sure. Also, for anybody listening right now, if you guys have any questions you want to ask, I'm going to do that segment at the end. Feel free to type them in chat. If you don't, just thank you so much for being here.
Okay.
And doing.
I think I still have the laminate for that. Okay. Yeah, Poughkeepsie, June 17th at the Loft.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Holy crap, that's crazy.
There's also...
Did you play with them then? Like, were you?
No, I was doing merch at that time.
Oh, okay. So I probably saw you there.
Yeah, was the unofficial tour laminate that they made as a joke. I don't know if anyone else still has these.
That's
My
great.
Little Pony.
So I've actually met you a couple of times. I don't know if you remember. I know you tour a lot and meet a lot of people, but I met you at the 10-year and well, obviously the June 17th show because I know I bought a Dance Gavin
Yeah.
Dance shirt. I met you at the 10-year anniversary tour in New Jersey at Starland Ballroom, and then most recently I met you at the Philadelphia show with Fall of Troy, Chan, and Hail the Sun. My friend Chris Benson was there, and like he introduced me to you again. And I
Nice.
thought that was pretty cool. Um, so you were in Dance Gavin Dance for that period of 3 years. If you don't mind me asking, why did you leave, and what happened after that?
Um, we were just kind of like all like having differences and stuff. Like we're obviously cool now. We still collaborate and stuff. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Like we were all pretty young and like it's kind of. I was sort of like going through like a depression and stuff, just kind of being young and not really knowing like what's going on with my life. How long can you for stuff like that? Was it what I like wanted to do? We were just traveling like so much, so just like a lot of like being burnt out, depressed, and stuff like that. So um, it was good that I got out of the situation because it definitely like helped to kind of like ground me and kind of get back to normal. Realize that I did want to do music. So basically, for like a year after the year, like 2010, I was doing like a lot of solo stuff. Played some little like acoustic shows around town, and that's when I kind of reconnected with Ben in Strawberry, and he invited me over to jam, and started Strawberry Girls in 2011, and it's been 10 years.
Nice. And before we get into talking about Strawberry Girls, do you have any interesting, scary, or weird tour stories with Dance Gavin Dance?
Mm,
If you don't, it's okay.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning, so I don't expect you to remember that. So then you
yeah. Well,
transitioned.
there was
Oh,
one
go ahead.
thing. It was like one of the first dates of tour. We got to stay at this producer's house, Ross Robinson. Done some of my favorite albums of all
Oh
time.
yeah, I know
He's
him.
done yeah, Glassjaw, Worship and Tribute. He did the album before that too. He did Blood Brothers, Burn Piano Island. He did Relationship of Command by At the Drive-In. Did like the first Korn and Limp Bizkit album, Slipknot, stuff like that. So we got to stay in his little like mini mansion on the beach in like Santa Monica. That was crazy. And he was super nice, really cool guy. He was like showing us VHS footage of Glassjaw and showing us around the studio. Yeah, he was just super cool, and like we were just some random young kids, like that he didn't even know us. But we were there with Drop Dead Gorgeous because they had just recorded with Ross Robinson, so they like introduced us, and it was
Nice. Before I go any further, I have to ask two questions. One is I really like that poster behind you. What is it? Is it just a skeleton riding on a motorcycle?
yep.
That's pretty sick. And what shirt are you wearing, if you don't mind me asking?
It's this band, The Color Eight. We just
Yeah,
played
I
with
knew it.
them. Yeah,
Okay.
they're super cool. They're like one of our new favorite bands. They're like yeah one of the best live bands out there. Definitely recommend checking them out. Color
Yeah.
Eight,
Shout out to Color
super
8.
cool.
Anybody listening, go ahead and check them out. I had to wear my Strawberry Girl shirt for this show. I had to
Hell
find
yeah.
it. It was hard to find it. It took like 2 hours
Yeah.
last night looking for it. Anyways, um, so with Strawberry Girls, you guys originally started as just you and Ben was
Yeah.
in another band, something about trees, right? Book of
The
Trees or something like
trees.
that. Yeah,
Just the trees.
the tree. And then Ian joined after, right?
Yeah, he was also in the trees.
Okay, very cool. Um, Hold on, let me consult my notes here. All right, so before we talk about Strawberry Girls, how was it working with other artists in the scene? Because I've seen you've done a lot of stuff, like working with Kurt Travis. Recently, you're doing Kinder Creatures. I know you've been featured on some other things. How was that experience?
It's fun. I just like making music and collaborating, so it's always cool to collaborate with other people. You usually make something that you wouldn't really make on your. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I feel like the best way to express yourself in a different way is to work with other people, or even to grow yourself, is just to network and get a network of friends and people that you trust and know, and that way you can get yourself out there somewhere. So for Strawberry Girls, I know what recently was the 10-year anniversary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend Kevin from Pulses, shout out Pulses. He
Hell
posted a
yeah.
picture of you guys. That was pretty cool. How was it with playing your first show of Strawberry Girls? Because I've seen that video. To how it is playing now live.
It's definitely crazy. to be where we're at. We never really expected to like do much. It was just kind of like, all right, let's start a band, just be a local band, play some shows, have fun, and didn't even really expect to tour just because like I knew how hard it was to actually get on the road and get the shows and band stuff like that. So just kind of took it a day at a time, and it just kind of snowballed. Yeah, it's definitely a big difference to. We probably played to like I don't know 10, 15, 20 max at our first show, and then now we can like sell out Chicago. Crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Let me consult my notes here. Sorry, I made a script of
It's all
everything.
good.
All right, so you
Good
guys were
idea.
featured on Last Call with Carson Daly in both
Yeah.
2016 and 2017, and I read that you used to rush home every day from school to try to watch the episodes. How was it from being like a huge fan of the show to actually being on the show?
So technically, it was TRL, Total Request Live, which was like
Oh,
his
okay.
MTV show where he would do the top 10 music videos of the day or whatever. So I kind of grew up like it'd be on after school. So that's kind of like formed my musical I don't know, musical tastes as like a kid in elementary school.
Right.
So it was cool to go from that to being on a show, and I did watch a show like it was on late night, like 12 or 1 in the morning. And he always had like a lot of cool musical guests. He would do something unique where he didn't always do it, but he started doing it later on in the show where instead of having them like video with him like most late night shows, he would have like a production crew go out to one of their shows a band was playing and film them at a live show. So it was just kind of a cool, different take on having a music, and that's what he did. So it was crazy to be on the show that watch when I was like 16, 17,
That's
and even like
awesome.
got some cool musical recommendations from the show. There were some bands that I found out just because of watching that. So he had on cool musical guests.
You must have been super nervous going on live television, huh? I would be.
So it actually wasn't bad only because just a live show. So like you kind of just tuned it out, just
Okay.
kind of played your live show in front of people. If it was like in a studio, I think I would definitely be a lot more nervous. And I was definitely nervous going into it, but because of the atmosphere, you're kind of used to playing a live show. So there's just a few cameras there in the crowd. So it actually ended up being a lot more chill than I thought it would be. So it was nice.
Nice. So when you guys started Strawberry Girls, you released Italian Ghosts on your own, right? Like you didn't have a
Yes,
record
yeah.
label or anything. How was it transitioning from that to getting into a record label, and how exactly did you like get on Tragic Hero Records? Or was you were it was Tragic Hero Records, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Tragic Hero. Um, I mean, it wasn't like a huge difference. You just kind of have a team behind you that helps you do stuff, puts out the music, prints all the CD, deals with like distributing them and all that stuff instead of you having to like package.
Oh, you cut
Um,
out completely.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, the only difference is you have like a team behind. It just makes it easier. It's less stuff you have. They help promote you and stuff like that. But the way we got signed was a friend of mine, Brian Calzini, band was originally Sirens a long time ago. Paddock Park, and then he was in I forget what the last band he was in was called. They were on Tragic Hero, and he I showed him our stuff and he liked it, so he gave it to Tragic Hero and they liked it and wanted to sign us. Just kind of yeah, word
That's
of mouth
awesome.
sort of thing.
And you guys did the Audio Tree live sessions, right? How was that?
That was cool. Yeah, because we were all fans of Audio Tree, so it was crazy to get the opportunity to do that. That was in 2016 when we were on tour with Sean in Chicago. Yeah, that was super cool. It was fun to be able to do that and have that.
Nice. How does it feel to be such a big name and influential figure in the scene? Do you just feel normal, like a normal person, or do you feel like not powerful, but do you feel like your name means something? Do you know what I mean?
I just feel like a normal random. Um, you're like when people recognize me. It's like it's pretty rare outside of shows. But like every once in a while, someone will. I feel like I just kind of blend in. But yeah, I don't feel I don't know any different. Like yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I,
I
I
think
get
it's
it.
dumb if you kind of like think you're cool or
Yeah, I
whatever. So
hate
you're
people
just
like that.
another
Like
person.
people change with money a lot. So when people
Yeah.
start making more money, that I've seen, like one of my best friends, he was really fat as a little kid, and then he got big, he lost weight, and he started making money, and he's just a complete asshole. So I'm glad that you just feel normal, and because you seem like a really cool
Yeah.
guy.
Thank you.
Walk me through the process of how a Strawberry Girl song starts from an idea to a finished product.
It's kind of changed over the years, sort of, but like typically we would just get together and jam. Um, just try to make up something on the spot. I never really brought any like ideas to the table that were already kind of written. Like maybe there was a couple parts, but for the most part, we would just get together and just kind of like naturally just kind of noodle around until kind of vibed and sort of heard something in our head, and then tried to kind of like flesh it out. You hit a lot of wrong notes, trying to like find the ones and then just kind of like throw ideas back and forth, and then just kind of build from.
Nice. Uh, I know you have a lot of albums and a lot of songs. So do you have like one song that you hold near and dear, like as a favorite, or like one song that you're like, this is it?
Not really, just because there's so many, and we try to make all of them stuff that we enjoy. So yeah, there's not really nothing that like stands out to me because they're all sort of on a similar kind of, I don't know,
They're
level
like
to
all your
us.
babies, so you won't want to say you
Yeah,
have a favorite child. So yeah, I get it. I think some of
yeah,
my like standout songs definitely Tasmanian Glow, Bay of
nice.
Fires, Black Knight Golden Circus, Thank God, and Spanish Bay is my number one. That the opening
Nice.
riff is just incredible. I love, like I
Thank
was
you.
saying before, I love how you're able to tell a story with your music without having to have vocals to keep the
Hmm.
listeners listening to the song and make it feel like a cohesive project instead of just being like a lot of noise. I think that's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a goal.
So what is, I know, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you certainly like to drink, right? Like, it's a hobby of
Yeah.
yours. Yeah. What's your favorite thing to drink?
Mm, probably. I mean, none of it really. I don't really like the
I'm not
flavor of
calling you like an
stuff.
alcoholic or anything. I'm just saying like if you were gonna drink, what's your go-to?
Yeah. Um. I mean, if I'm doing something light, I'm not really a big beer, so I'd probably just like go with a seltzer or something like a White Claw. Um. But like maybe like whiskey or vodka, something like that. And I don't really care about like the stuff. I think at a certain point there's like it's wasting money.
Yeah,
But
you feel like you're more of a social
yeah.
drinker than like, oh, not. It's not like I need to get drunk. It's like, oh, we're hanging out with people, everybody's drinking, so I guess I'll have one. Like kind of like that.
I mean, I'm like naturally a pretty shy person, so drinking's kind of nice when you're like out friends, um, to kind of break out of your shell a little bit.
I heard a story about you taking 5 shots of Malort and then playing your songs on stage. You want to elaborate a little
Yeah,
bit on that?
I don't know if it was 5.
I just saw a comment on a YouTube
Maybe.
video.
Yeah. No, I remember seeing that, but I feel like it was like maybe it was 4 to 5, but the last one I didn't take. I just like brought it on stage and like did it at the very end because I don't want to. But yeah, I had like a few friends there, and they all like had bought me a shot of Malort. But and that was like over the course of a night. Like we played probably at like 10 p.m. and the show started at like 7 or something. It wasn't like crazy or anything. But so yeah, it wasn't like hard to play the show. But yeah,
I
it
thought
was
that was pretty funny.
yeah, that,
The
yeah,
YouTube
that
comment
stuff
was
tastes
something like it
crazy.
was some guy did a cover and he was like, "How can I barely play this?" And Zachary did 5 shots of Malort and can
Yeah,
play it perfectly. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
And Malort is it's like a lower alcohol than straight up
oh,
like
I don't even
whiskey.
know what it is. I've never had it.
It's like a Chicago liqueur. It tastes kind of gross, so it's
I
kind
can
of like a funny
imagine.
thing to like make people try. Like better like if we have people on tour that haven't tried it, you gotta try this, see their reaction. But and like I brought home a bottle of friends to try. It's kind of like a little legendary thing that you can only really get in the Chicago area. Pretty gross, but it's fun to do. You can only really get.
Yeah. You're cutting out a little bit, but I just think that's because your mic is like moving a little bit, but it's not a big deal. We
Mm.
can definitely hear you. Someone just commented in chat, "Oh, it's cutting out," but you can deal with it, Savage Barbie. Just listen. Just watch his mouth moving. Anyways, do you? So I was asking you about the Dance Gavin Dance tours. Now to the Strawberry Girls tours. Do you have any interesting, scary, or weird stories for those tours? Anything
Mm.
that stands out, really?
I mean, the scariest thing was we were on the Dance Gavin Dance tour 2015, and we were driving from, but I have the pile of all the laminates that the original one was, but somewhere like in Kansas or something, we were driving through. There was like a crazy snowstorm. Roads were shut down.
Oh
We had to
my
cancel one show, and we like got on the road once the snow kind of stopped, but it was still just crazy snow everywhere, and going like 20 miles an hour, crazy like snow-filled roads, just trying to like make it to the next show. But yeah, that was definitely like the one time when like, we could die tonight. Like
God.
there's a chance that we just like go off the road, no one around, and freeze to death. So that was definitely the scariest that night.
I'm
Yeah, you're
glad you
just like
made it.
freaking
There's
out.
actually a
Thank you.
horror movie about a couple. The lady's an author, and she's doing a big book release in like Sweden or someplace where it snows a lot. And they go off the road, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just get help tomorrow. We'll sleep in the car tonight. We can't get out." And then they wake up and their car's completely covered in snow, and like the woman's pregnant, and she starts having birth in the car, and like the husband's trying to break the snow out of the window so he can crawl out, and he ends up dying in his sleep. Like that's definitely a big fear of a lot of people.
Yeah,
But you live in
yeah, it was
California, right?
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, so I guess you don't get any snow there. So
yeah,
definitely,
it's like never snows here.
definitely being in the snow is out of your element. Um,
Yeah.
Another thing is, do you have any of your songs that you wish you could have done better, or maybe gone back and like redone? Like I know, like I said, they're all your babies. You don't want to say, "Oh, I hate this one, or I love this one," but is there anyone that
Yeah.
stands out to you?
Not so much a song, but I mean like just the album French Ghetto. I feel like it kind of it would be cool, and I think we might even our drummer might kind of remix and remaster it next year maybe. But just because like it kind of evolved over playing it live, so some of the songs are a little slower than they ended up becoming live, so it feels weird listening to them like being played so slow. And then also just like the mix in general. Yeah, we record everything ourselves. Like we kind of evolved as producers and recording engineers over time. So it would be cool to hear that recorded a little bit better, or just like mixed a little better to it, so it sounds just more up to date and
Kind of like a
more the way we want it to
remaster.
sound. Yeah, so it sounds a little bit better and more like what we picture it in our heads.
It's still a really good album. I still jam it all the time.
Thank you.
It's on my playlist. So let me see here. All right. So I asked this question to all of my guests, but I know you're gonna say tacos. Pizza, tacos, or burgers?
I'd say tacos. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen you post a lot on your Facebook, and that's gonna segue into my next question. You seem to be an avid food maker and food photographer. Are all the things you post things you've made?
Yeah, all the food pictures that I post are stuff that.
So do you have a favorite thing to make, and then in turn, do you have a favorite thing to eat?
One of my favorite things to eat is a place I don't get to go to very much. It's in Hillsboro, Oregon, right outside of Portland, and it's a little place, like a little hole in the wall Hawaiian restaurant called Hawaiian Grill, and it's really really good. It's one of my favorite things. They have a dish called Dang Hot Chicken. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know
did a
what
review
it
on Facebook.
is. Yeah,
I saw that.
yeah, yeah. It's super good. I wish I knew how to make it. I don't know what's in, but yeah, it's just like chicken with like a really good glaze. It's yeah, just super good. They have like a macaroni salad that's really really good. It all just kind of complements each other super well, and that's like one of my favorite meals. But I think part of the reason it's a favorite too is just because like I can only have it maybe one couple years, so it's definitely kind of like a rare treat. But yeah, that's one of my favorites to eat. But to make, I don't know, because I'm always I don't know trying to do stuff, and I don't usually follow like a strict recipe. I'm always like eyeballing stuff, so it'll come out differently every time, and trying new techniques. And and stuff like that. So it's not really like I don't really have a favorite thing currently. I'm still just kind of like whatever it feels like that day. But yeah, I don't know. I just like cooking a lot of different stuff.
I feel like that's the best way to make food. It's just to eyeball it and make what you want to eat. That's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Do you have any hobbies outside of music? Like I know you're big into music. Like you help all these people. You have your own band. You do all these things. But do you do anything else for fun?
Um, I mean, aside from cooking, not really. I feel like those are two big things. I do a little bit of like sort of graphic design stuff, usually just for friends and for us, like for tour posters, album cover kind of stuff. I take care of some of that, so that's always been kind of a hobby um, background. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, I feel like those are like the two main things. I just enjoy hanging out with friends. I have friends in town that I hang out with pretty often. Yeah, just hanging out with fun.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Do you have any musical influences that helped like shape the way of music that you play now?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up like around 12, 13, 14 years old. To a band called Thrice. They had a lot of guitar riffs, and I kind of learned guitar by learning their songs. And then I got into the market to around 2000, 2004, somewhere around there. Whenever Deloused came, first album, and that album is like my favorite.
Yeah, I think that's their best one.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. That kind of shaped how I kind of like viewed music. It kind of like took it to another level. I hadn't really heard anything like that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely shaped my musical writing and influence and stuff. Yeah, it was a huge influence on still is.
What are you currently listening to right now? Like, if you were about to go put on some music to jam to, like, what kind of bands are you listening to?
Uh, I don't know. I don't listen to it music like super often. I mean, I still listen to stuff every day, but I'm just always making playlists on Spotify of random stuff. Um, mm, yeah, I mean, I have like over 1,000 playlists on Spotify. The yeah, tons of stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I like a lot of Latin stuff. There's a couple Colombian bands that the Combo Chimbita and Bomba Stereo. Both of those are two really cool bands. Um, the yeah, those are two of my favorites that I definitely like a lot. That I would highly recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. Go check those guys out. Is there any bands or musicians that you've played with only once and you'd love to play with again or haven't gotten the chance to?
Um, we got to open for this cool math rock band from Japan. They're like an all-girl band called
Tricot?
Trico. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love
And,
them.
that was really cool. That was like in I forget when that was,
I didn't even know
2015
you guys played
maybe.
with them. That's awesome. Yeah, I listen to
Yeah, I
them
was
regularly.
in San Francisco a while back, but yeah, that was cool to get that show. It was be with them again, and I mean, we just want to play more shows with the Color Eight. Super great musicians, but yeah, I don't know. We don't do a lot of like one-off kind of like shows like that anymore. It's always just like touring and stuff. So we usually get to play with bands a handful of times. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely bands we love to tour with. Closure in Moscow.
Do you have a favorite band? Like, not to belittle the other bands, but do you have like a favorite band that you guys have played with?
I mean, probably the Color Eight, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah, they're pretty good. I just started listening to them last week. They're pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, they're
Um,
definitely like a totally different experience live too. It's really crazy. The recordings can't really capture like what they do live because it's very crowd oriented. They really get like the audience involved. And, yeah, it's crazy.
that's pretty cool. Let me see here. All right. Do you watch any TV shows at all or any movies? Are you into that, or do you kind of not have enough time for
Um,
that?
yeah, here and there, there's stuff that I like and watch,
Have you
but
seen
like not super
Squid
often.
Game yet?
I have not
You gotta watch it. It's a really good show. I don't know if you're into
heard.
that kind of thing. It's kind of like a death game kind of thing. Like they have to
Mhm.
play for the money or they die. But I definitely would check it out. Me myself, I'm a huge Marvel fan. I'm really excited for the Spider-Man movie coming out. I don't know if you've seen any Spider-Man movies at all,
Mm.
but
Yeah,
it's
I saw. I've only seen the second one, at least for the newer Spider-Man stuff. But I
yeah,
went
Far
went
From
to see
Home.
it twice. Yeah, I liked that one a lot. It was really good. I was.
Yeah. In the new one, they're supposed to bring back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, the previous
I heard that.
Spider-Man, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be like a huge multiverse. That I'm so excited. Like hold on. I've had this for like 10 years now, but I have like a Spider-Man poster that I hang
Nice.
up on my wall. It's like real wood. But yeah, Spider-Man's definitely my favorite. Do you have a favorite superhero? Like, are you into superheroes at all?
I don't really have a favorite superhero, but my favorite superhero movie is probably Logan. I like that
Yes.
one a lot.
That one's really
It
good.
was,
The
yeah.
whole like arc of him like finding himself and getting old and like dying from the metal poisoning and like training X-23.
Mhm.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the daughter was a cool character.
Do you have any questions for me? If you don't, it's okay, but I like to ask that so it's not just like a one-sided thing.
Yeah. Who else have you interviewed so far?
I've done Marcos Mena from Standards. I've done Kevin Taylor from Pulses. I had Eric. I don't know how to say his last name. Mick.
Karn?
Yeah.
Karn
I had him
McPherson?
on my first episode, but it was a little bit of a train wreck. There's an audio issue, and his phone was on 8%, so it died halfway through the interview. So I'm gonna have to have him back on. But I've
Yeah.
had Kevin Taylor from Pulses. I've had Sierra from With Sales Ahead. If you haven't heard of them, you should check them out. They're really good. They're from
Yeah, I
West
know
Coast.
them just because of Pulses.
Yeah, and then I had Daisy, Anthony, and Louie from I Met a Yeti. That was a few weeks
Cool.
ago. And
Yeah, I
then
just saw them a couple weeks ago.
yeah, nice. They're such a good band. They're one of my favorites. Tomorrow I have Eric Hidalgo from Happy Hour, and then
Nice.
next week I have Isaac Wilson from Dwellings.
Sweet.
And I'm trying to get Adventure to come on, but they're going through a lot of stuff right now. I don't know when I'm going to have them. I
Mhm.
have something in January set up for In Angles, and I
Nice.
have I don't want to get his name wrong. Brandon Ewing from Eternity
Yeah,
Forever and Gold Necklace. Yeah, he said he would come on for an episode, and
cool.
literally what I do is because I thought up this podcast about a month ago. It was just like a late night, hey, I wonder if I can do this kind of thing. Like I've been trying to grow my Twitch channel since October. I've been streaming for about a year, but what I used to do is just hit live and then leave it in the background. No chat interaction, nothing, just play games. But I found
Mhm.
that interacting with people who come in and hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, never mind. What I like to do now is I react to YouTube videos, and I know that's kind of like the safe way out, but a lot of people seem to enjoy that. Like we've been watching Hell's Kitchen on my channel. Oh, it was just a burp. Okay, sorry. I watch Hell's Kitchen. On Friday I'm doing Spooky Movie Friday or Spooky Video Friday. We're gonna watch like, cause it's Halloween. We're gonna watch some like spooky themed YouTube videos. But I'm trying to grow my Twitch and my YouTube enough so I can do this full time as a career and not have to work anywhere else. Right now I have a work from home job for an orthopedic company, but I just thought to myself one night, hey, I wonder if I reach out to people on Facebook if they'll answer me and be willing to talk to me, recorded live. And I think you were one of the first people I messaged. And
Mhm.
I just, find someone, message them, and if they see it and don't reply, they're probably busy or they don't care about me.
Yeah.
Most likely they're busy. Because, like, I know I've talked to Kurt Travis and Andy Sizek, and they both haven't responded, but that's just because I know they have a lot going on right now. And like I've
Mhm.
reached out to a bunch of other people, and I have people saying, "Yeah, I can come on, but I'm touring right now," or "Yeah, I got this going on." But I'm always down to talk to anybody who wants to talk. It doesn't have to be an artist. It could be,
Yeah.
whoever. I just because it's been music themed, that's just the theme I've been going with lately. But yeah, that's
Cool.
pretty much it.
Sweet. Yeah, sounds like it's going well so far.
Yeah, I'm really trying. I have 113 followers. I think we have like 3 viewers right now. Yeah, it's not a lot, but eventually. So what you have to do on Twitch is you have to reach certain metrics before you can get paid. There's different levels. You start off as just like a Twitch streamer, and then you can move up to affiliate and then partner. I meet all the metrics for followers. You need at least 50. I have double that. You need to stream at least a certain number of hours a week. I have double or month. I doubled that. You have to have a certain number of days met. I doubled that, or like I tripled that. And then you have to have an average of 3 viewers. That's the only thing I'm working on because I would just go live and not say anything for a while. So like it bases it off of a 30-day period. And back in September, I wasn't really as caring about it as I am now. But right now I'm at 2.59. So I'm hoping the more I get this podcast going and my regular streams going, I can hit affiliate, and then I can start getting paid for this. I can get subscribers, I can run ads, and that's gonna help me out a lot. Hey, what
Nice.
up, Stacy
Sounds cool.
Zombie? Thanks for coming in. So if anyone in chat has any questions right now, feel free to type them out. If you don't, not a big deal. Did you have any other questions for me?
Um, I don't
If you
think
don't,
so.
it's okay. Yeah, I
Where
feel
are you
like
from? New Jersey, or where you?
I'm from New York. I live
New York, cool.
both 10 minutes from Pennsylvania and from New Jersey. I'm like right on the border. It's called Huguenot. Even for people who live in New York, if I tell them where I'm from, they have no idea where it is.
Yeah.
I didn't know where it was till I moved here. I've been here for almost about a year now.
Sweet.
Yeah, I feel like we ran through this podcast pretty quick, but it's been like 40 minutes. It's not bad. I had a lot of questions, but I feel like we powered through them. But yeah, I don't have anything else. Is there? Oh, what I want to ask you is there any new stuff coming out soon that we can look forward to? I know Commander just came out. Everybody check that out on YouTube. It's Commander by Strawberry Girls.
Yeah, we have a whole new album recorded. We're just gonna kind of drop the songs one by one over, I don't know, the course of next year. We've dropped, I think, 4 of them so far. We've done Honeydew, Crazy featuring Andreas, Commander, and then also a song called Catfight. So there's 4 out right now. Then there's, I think, another 9 to go that are unreleased. So
Nice.
yeah, we definitely we got music on deck. So we'll be just dropping them as singles, and then once they're all out, we'll drop the album order. Yeah, it'll be cool.
I remember one other question I want to ask you. How does the process go about of deciding, okay, this song needs a vocalist versus this song is just us vibing and jamming?
Kind of like if there's a song that, I don't know, just feels like it could have a singer.
Mhm.
Because there's, and like a lot of times we'll just send a few songs to like a singer and be like, hey, do you like any of these? Kind of like inspire you to write anything. So yeah, I mean, it's just kind of random usually. We never really like know for sure, but
happens.
yeah.
Is there any other work you're featured on besides the Kurt Travis album and the Kinder Creature song that I missed out on?
Yeah, there's an artist. Let me double check. I think it's just under her name now. She's gone through names, but Kathleen Delano. She's been on a bunch of Strawberry Girls stuff. But we released an album, or we did EP a few months ago. Yeah, just under Kathleen Delano on Spotify. It's called Me, Myself, and 2 A.M. It's 5 songs, and
check it out.
I did all the music for that, and I recorded her, mixed it, mastered it, all that stuff. But yeah, that came out really cool. Just like a kind of dark R&B album, but I'm really proud of that.
That's really cool. So you're a record producer as well as a musician, right?
Yeah. Or like
what else
record
have you
people.
Produced?
There's like unreleased stuff with this girl Sarah Glass that I'm proud of, and she's on Volcano Worship and Shadow of the Moon. But we have some really, really cool stuff. Some of my favorite stuff that I've worked on, but we haven't released it yet. We've worked on it for years, but she lives in Hawaii now, so it's kind of hard to like plan stuff. But hopefully that comes out someday. I've produced like a couple just random friends rap songs. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, there's a song by this rapper LG, just the letters LG. It's called In New Orleans, and I made the beat that song. Super. And that's on Spotify. Yeah, he's really dope. And just like random stuff over the years. There's a rapper named C1X, CEEWONX. Let me see if he has our song. Yeah, I just a song called Something's Gotta Give. Spotify, I mean that. Uh, forget what else is on like Spotify that I've done. A lot of the stuff was like in the past, like before people were uploading stuff to Spotify. There's like random mixtapes and stuff. There's artist Mod Sun that back in 11. It's just GordonBombay.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah, produced. He's really big now. He's dating Avril.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he used to be in a band called Four Letter Lie. He played,
Wait,
and then he filled in.
Time out one second. Avril Lavigne's not with the guy from Nickelback anymore?
No, they broke up a while ago.
Oh shit, I'm out of the loop. Okay, sorry.
Gotta stay in that celebrity gossip.
Right? I feel like if you're not in touch with things, like I don't have a Twitter, and I know I have to get one because that's a lot of like that's the biggest way to communicate with people nowadays is to message them on Twitter, like to try to talk to them. But I have to work on that. But yeah, I feel like I'm just all like Facebook and whatever Google News tells me and whatever's on YouTube. That's one of my biggest hobbies is I watch YouTube a lot, like way more than I should. I watch it like it's television, but you can literally find anything on YouTube. Like if you need to know how to change a tire, boom, YouTube. If you need to know how to cook pasta, boom. It's like such a helpful thing, and it's crazy because I remember when YouTube first came out, it was like the seizing panda videos, some guy dancing, like people falling. It was like America's Funniest Home Videos on the internet, and now it's just like this huge conglomerate. But going to my last question, and then we can go ahead and end things here. We'll shout you out, and we'll find out where to follow you and everything. Is there any artists that you haven't worked with that you would really like to work with?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I guess it would be cool to do something with Thomas from Fall of Troy. We're about to go on tour with them.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to touch on too, is the Fall of Troy Doppelganger tour. I think it's crazy that they're playing Doppelganger in full. The last time I saw them was with Chon and Hail the Sun. Oh wait, I didn't see you at that tour. I saw you at it was Hail the Sun, Royal Quota, Strawberry Girls. Yeah, that's
yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but I've loved Fall of Troy since they came out. Like I was in high school, college. I don't remember what year Doppelganger came out, but that's such an influential album to me. And like I think it's crazy that you guys are finally getting to like tour with them and everything. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, we're excited for that.
When does that tour start?
It starts November 12th. Goes to the 21st, and it's just like the Midwest, East Coast. It's like New York, Chicago, Detroit, St.
You guys
Louis.
are Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, doing Brooklyn.
I'm gonna try my hardest to get down there and see you guys. I'll definitely hit you up if I'm coming.
Sweet.
So where can we find you and your band if we're trying to look for you?
I mean, it depends on what you use. I use Spotify, but we're on Apple Music and all. YouTube. Definitely a great place. Here's like YouTube.
Oh.
Bandcamp. Yeah, YouTube. There's music videos, live performances. Bandcamp, good one. But yeah, we're just all over the internet. Type in Strawberry Girls music on Google and you'll find.
Last question is you recently, I don't know how recently, but I think it's pretty recent. You did a live YouTube thing with Spirit Box Records, right?
Or Spirit Vision.
Spirit Vision, that's what it was, yeah. How was that?
That was fun. It was cool. It was originally for Thomas Eric did a live stream for EP release or something like that. I forget what it was. It was a while back, but yeah, we recorded it for that. He streamed it live on Twitch, and then we uploaded it to YouTube after it streamed. So yeah, it was fun to do. It was cool because we hadn't really done anything like that, like really performed in a long time, just because of COVID. And that was like one of our first sort of live performances back. So yeah, that was fun. There's also another new one, the Strawberry Girls live at the Sauce Pot. It's a recording studio practice space in San Luis. We did a couple songs with them, and it came out.
Is that
so that's like the newest?
As well?
Yes, yeah, it should be on YouTube. Yeah, the Strawberry Girls Sauce Pot. You should be able to find it. It's 2 songs. But
All
it's
right,
cool.
I'll definitely check it out. Well, thank you so much for coming with us today. I know this was a little short, but I feel like you answered all my questions cohesively. Like you were just calm and composed the whole time
Yeah.
going through it. I'm gonna ask you to stick around for a minute after I end the stream, just for a little bit of feedback. I just have a few more questions for you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Everybody tuning in, remember to hit the follow button. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. Go check out Strawberry Girls now. Check out their newest song, Commander. It's on YouTube. It's amazing. You're gonna love it. It's gonna blow your socks off. And yeah, thank you everybody for coming and checking the stream out. I appreciate it. All right, everybody, have a great night.